Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Philip Kaufman, filling in for Julia Wiegand. The Hazleton Fire Department was called to the 900 block of West 1st Street last night for a report of a possible explosion. When crews arrived on scene, it was determined that there wasn't an explosion. However, a 6-year-old had sustained traumatic injuries and was transported to a regional trauma center for treatment. Authorities say there was no threat or danger to the residents or the surrounding neighborhood. The incident is being investigated by the Hazleton Police Department. Police in Wilkes-Barre have taken one man into custody and issued a warrant for another involved in the abduction of a teenage girl. A 14-year-old girl told police that she was kidnapped last Friday while walking in the area of Union Street in Luzerne. 45-year-old John Vincent Watson allegedly offered her a ride, then forced her into a silver Volvo. He took her to a home on Main Street where he and 49-year-old William Smiley took turns sexually assaulting her. Watson brought the girl to West Hazleton before driving her to the Red Roof Inn in Plains Township, where she claimed he assaulted her repeatedly over a couple of days. Watson left the motel room Monday morning, and that's when the girl called police. An arrest warrant was issued for Watson, who was detained then, released on Monday. Smiley was arrested and charged with statutory sexual assault, among other charges. A new facility is scheduled to come to Luzerne County, bringing with it the single biggest economic investment in the history of the county. Narcero, based out of Texas, has chosen to build their latest facility in Newport Township. State Senator John Udicek said that the manufacturing facility will make a $6 billion investment to the area. Narcero produces products that enable drivers to reduce carbon emissions through a manufacturing process in order to make retail-grade gasoline from natural gas. The new project will bring in nearly 4,000 construction jobs, and once completed, the facility plans to hire around 450 people. Police in West Hazleton are searching for a suspect who allegedly robbed a convenience store Wednesday night. According to police, a man entered the Puffs and More on West Broad Street and inquired about hookah pipes. He left the store and returned shortly afterwards, turned off the lights, grabbed the store clerk around the neck, and placed a sharp object to her side. The suspect then fled the store on foot with an undetermined amount of cash. He's described as having a thin build and was last seen wearing a multicolored hoodie and blue face mask. Anyone with information on the robbery is being asked to call police at 570-455-3733. A New Jersey man is facing drug charges for recklessly driving throughout Pottsville this week. Officers were dispatched for a green Ford Explorer driving recklessly southbound on Route 61. Police spotted the vehicle near the intersection of Route 61 and East Arch Street, where the Ford failed to stop at a red light and struck 3 vehicles. The driver, identified as 39-year-old Thomas John Ahn, was found to be suffering from an apparent opioid overdose. After officers administered Noxalon on scene, they later recovered 246 wax packets containing controlled substances from his vehicle. Ahn was charged with DUI possession and possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance. He was arraigned and sent to Schuylkill County Prison, but has since posted bail. Geisinger is relocating its West Hazleton Convenient Care walk-in clinic to allow for more space. The Convenient Care will relocate just a few doors down to 18 Diane Lane, which is adjacent from the Geisinger 65 Forward Health Center. The larger space will feature 6 exam rooms and offer X-ray imaging services, which weren't available at the previous site. The walk-in clinic provides care for anyone over the age of 1 year old and is the best place to go for minor health issues that can be resolved in a single visit. The practice is open weekdays from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and weekends from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Community leaders and state officials are taking action against gun violence. Our Julie Stefanovich has more.
Advocates in groups like Ceasefire PA are calling for action to increase gun safety and prevent gun violence. In 2019, the governor signed an executive order making sweeping changes to reduce gun violence.
That executive order created the Office of Gun Violence Prevention within the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency, as well as the Division of Violence Prevention within the Pennsylvania Department of Health. The order also created a special counsel on gun violence, which studied the problem and created a report with recommendations as to how we can actually do something about that.
The governor went on to say that executive action alone isn't enough, and he is asking the General Assembly to also take action on 4 key steps.
Creating extreme risk protection orders as a way to temporarily remove firearms from someone who wants to hurt themselves or hurt others. Second, we want to require reporting of lost or stolen firearms within 72 hours. Third, improving safe storage requirements to reduce shootings by children or other vulnerable individuals. And fourth, closing the loopholes in Pennsylvania's background check system.
An overwhelming amount of gun deaths are attributed to suicide.
Statement that gun violence does not discriminate. It's not a party affiliation. It's not an ethnic affiliation. It's not a county affiliation. It's simply a statement about the fact that we have not done what is most appropriate and most important in Pennsylvania, the people's work to make them safer.
Organizations like Ceasefire PA are opposing Senate Bill 448, which would allow anyone to sue a municipality for enacting gun safety policies. And there is also Senate Bill 565, which would allow anyone over the age of 18 to carry a loaded and concealed weapon in public without a permit. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefnovich.
Thank you, Julie. Here's a reminder that there's a new event for the whole family at City View Park this Halloween with treats and trails. What could be better than candy on Halloween night? Well, getting even more candy earlier in the day, along with some quality family time together. And that's exactly what you'll find at City View Park this Halloween.
So the City of Hazleton Recreation Department is going to hold a haunted trail of treats up here at City View Park on Halloween, October 31st. The event's going to run from 1 until 4 up here at the park. So we're going to utilize our brand new trail that was paved thanks to a anonymous donation this year. So we're going to have a start point. We'll have a tent set up where we will be handing out a bag. So kids don't even have to bring a bag with them. We do encourage them to dress up in their costumes for this. So we had a donation of really nice bags for kids to use for Halloween. And they're basically going to go trick-or-treating on the trail.
The event is also encouraging businesses and organizations to continue signing up to take part in the event.
So we have businesses and organizations that have signed up to be part of it, and we are still accepting registration for businesses and organizations who are out there. They can call me at the mayor's office, 459-4910, or message our Facebook page, or even shoot me an email. We can get them registered.
And for those who may want to get some exercise in from eating a little too much candy, a nice trail hike too.
We are really excited because we're going to use the trail, so they're going to walk kind of around the dog park to behind our pavilions here. And then at the 2 far pavilions, Faith Assembly of God Church is going to be setting up one of their usual Halloween parties. They have been for a number of years going out to some of our parks in the city. So this year they're coming with us up here to set it up. So they're going to have some games and activities for all the kids. They're going to have some refreshments, some hot chocolate, some hot dogs that will be available for the kids to participate. So this is open to everybody in the greater Hazleton area to bring their kids to have a safe trick-or-treat. You know, we're not out on the street, it'll be controlled up here in the park. So this is just a great event. We're really excited. 1, to use the park, and 2, to have some Halloween fun. We're going to have it decorated for Halloween. So we're just really excited. And we have so many great organizations and businesses that have partnered with us. So there'll be lots of candy for everyone to go home with this year.
So come on out to City View Park in the afternoon of Halloween for trails, treats, and time together. Coming up on WYLN News, your favorite furry friends of the week. Plus, it's game day. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Lorelai, and I'm 7 years old, and tomorrow is going treat.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazelton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
With PA's 2021 hunting season underway, the Department of Agriculture recommended the best management practices to help protect both hunters and their families against chronic wasting disease. Do not shoot, handle, or eat meat from wild deer or elk that look sick, are acting strangely, or are found dead, and report any sightings of sick or abnormal acting ones to the PA Game Commission. If you're hunting in or near a disease management area, place your deer's head in the PA Game Commission collection containers to submit it for CWD testing. And if you have your deer or elk commercially processed, consider asking for your animal to be processed separately to avoid mixing meat from multiple animals. Testing locations, fees, and more on the process can be found on the PADLS website. You can also visit and learn more about CWD in Pennsylvania by visiting pgc.pa.gov. If you've been thinking about adopting a pet, well, there's no time like the present. So, check out the SPCA of Luzerne County for all breeds, shapes, and sizes of pets. The shelter has some more furry friends for you to check out this week. Everyone, meet Baby. She's described as a mellow, lap-loving social butterfly who got along with other dogs in her previous home. She's not a fan of small animals or cats and will chase squirrels or bunnies. That being said, Baby does love walking, water, and enjoying some quiet time. And up next is the terrific twosome of Firefly and Bonita. This sweet and cute bonded pair were both bottle babies and became best friends while being fostered. They love playing, romping around, and taking naps. They're both amazing kitties waiting their forever home together. So call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home. Our WILN sports crew is already up in Mountaintop trying to stay dry while gearing up to bring you our final regular season coverage of the 2021 high school football season. Due to the forecast, we're going to have to tape delay all the Comet Spartans action tonight in the Crestwood Wyoming Valley West matchup. So tune in Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. for your fill of Marty Burns and Joe DeMelfi and our WILN sports crew, bringing you the event, not just the highlights. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner. No plans this weekend? No problem. Got some? Well, cancel them. Instead, tune in Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. for your weekly dose of Friday Night Football and all the live local action right here on WILN TV. Coming up on Mountaintop's News Choice, your week in review courtesy of our Julia Wiegand. Plus, leading the way into this week's final segment. Stay with us.
Hey, Dr. Alex here with another Feel Good Friday. Today we're talking about eating disorders. Specifically, I'm thinking about anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa. So, with both bulimia and anorexia, you have an issue with thinking that your body is different than it is, dysmorphia. So, thinking about it, trying to mentally push through and say, oh no, I am skinny, I don't need to, because usually they're too skinny already. It's better to not think about it at all, not to think about your image, to think about other things, to think about wholesome things, do wholesome activities, do hiking, hanging with friends. Just think about other things than your image, because it's going to fix itself on its own if you don't think about it. But if you keep thinking about it, you can't force yourself to think appropriately. Secondly, if you're not hungry, you need to pick the same hours every day to eat. So if it's 12, 8, and 6 o'clock, then always at those hours try to eat. It'll release ghrelin from your stomach and help you be hungry the next day. Stay strong, keep the fight up, and feel good.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
This Halloween, WYLN TV 35 wants you to settle in for an evening of Halloween programming. At 7 p.m., it's Off the Beaten Path Paranormal Edition. And then get ready for a Halloween sci-fi spectacular. Experience the 4th season of the locally produced animated program, Solo Spaceman, from 7:30 until 10:30, followed by Wine, Hops, and Road Stops at 10:30, and at 11 p.m., it's PBW Wrestling. It's WYLN's Halloween Sci-Fi Spectacular, featuring Solo Spaceman, October 31st on WYLN TV 35.
Monday. An arrest warrant has been issued for a man involved in a Mahanoy City shooting death over the weekend. According to police, 36-year-old Santonio Pierre Malone of Shenandoah allegedly shot and killed 33-year-old Juan Carlos Romero of Hazleton outside the Our Music 21 lounge in the 100 block of East Center Street around 3 a.m. Sunday. 29-year-old Alorfi Vladimir Ramirez of Hazel Township also sustained multiple gunshot wounds during the incident and was treated at the scene before being flown to an area medical center for his serious injuries. Malone's facing charges of first and third-degree murder, aggravated assault, simple assault, and recklessly endangering another person. Anyone who may have information on his whereabouts is still being asked to contact PSP Frackville at 570-874-5300. Tuesday. A Luzerne County man's facing charges that include criminal attempt to commit homicide after allegedly stabbing his former girlfriend Monday night. According to police, 23-year-old Eric Ociel Santana went into the Residence Inn and Suites on Highland Park Boulevard in Wilkes-Barre Township and chased his former girlfriend, who's said to be an employee at the hotel. She ran behind a desk, where Santana caught up with her and stabbed her multiple times. The victim was taken to an area hospital, but there's still no word on her condition at this time. Santana was arraigned and charged with attempt to commit homicide and 2 counts of aggravated assault. He was taken to Luzerne County Prison without bail. Wednesday. Firefighters in Schuylkill County were called to a structure fire early Wednesday morning in Mahanoy City. Crews responded to 632 East Mahanoy Street just after 9:30 a.m. for a report of a working house fire, which reportedly started in the kitchen. The fire spread throughout the surrounding row homes, leaving 3 with severe damage. 7 people were displaced as a result of the fire, but no injuries were reported. However, sadly, 1 dog died in the blaze. A state police fire marshal was called in to investigate the cause of that fire in Mahanoy City. Thursday. A class action lawsuit was filed in federal court this week against DBI Services of Hazleton. The suit, filed by longtime employee Leonard Jankowski, seeks compensation for unpaid wages, vacation, benefits, pension, and 401k contributions. The lawsuit alleges that DBI Services violated an act which requires a company to provide employees with a written notice of termination 60 days in advance. 150 people at their corporate headquarters on Conahan Drive found out last Friday that the company was closing immediately and that they were all out of work. According to the suit, over 1,000 jobs at DBI locations throughout the country were also terminated. Friday. Police in Wilkes-Barre have taken one man into custody and issued a warrant for another involved in the abduction of a teenage girl. A 14-year-old girl told police that she was kidnapped last Friday while walking in the area of Union Street in Luzerne. 45-year-old John Vincent Watson allegedly offered her a ride, then forced her into a silver Volvo. He took her to a home on Main Street, where he and 49-year-old William Smiley took turns sexually assaulting her. Watson brought the girl to West Hazelton before driving her to the Red Roof Inn in Plains Township, where she claimed he assaulted her repeatedly over a couple of days. Watson left the motel room Monday morning. That's when the girl called police. An arrest warrant was issued for Watson, who was detained, then released on Monday. Smiley was arrested and charged with statutory sexual assault, among other charges. That's it for your week in review, here on WYLN News.
M&J Excavation Incorporated in Bloomsburg, commercial and residential, topsoil, paving, asphalt milling, trucking, excavation, heating oil and fuel delivery. Free estimates, call them at 570-233-1898.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazelton has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazelton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Dr. Anthony Valent's leading the way to wrap up this week's series. And welcome back to this week's final segment of Leading the Way with Chief Medical Officer for Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton, Dr. Anthony Valent. So, looking towards the future, whether it's personally, whether it's for Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton, or as you as Chief Medical Officer, what are some future things that you're looking forward to or just that have been on your mind, you're thinking about?
Retirement. No, actually, although I am close to retirement age, I think professionally, I think what I really look forward to is where medical care and where health care in general is going in Hazelton, and I like where it's going.
Yeah.
And I think the network has really brought a lot of potential. They've already brought a lot of improved medical care to the area, but there's the potential for much more than that. And I really like that, and that's really exciting, and that's why I want to stick around and be a part of that.
Yeah.
Even though I am technically in the twilight years of my career, I do want to stick around and be a part of that, because there's so much potential. There's so many items that are in the works, that are being kicked around, if you will.
Yeah.
Some of them closer to coming to fruition than others. But I certainly like the direction and the plan of bringing improved services, better services, more services, services to the surrounding area here more than we've done in the past. And I just really look forward to having the resources of the large network spreading out more here into our area and providing medical care that really was not available here even just a couple of years ago. I really think that's the most exciting part.
And I guess going into that, and kind of more in a more personal sense, in your perspective on the medical field and medicine in the United States, and just seeing it in Hazleton, what's kind of the future you see for, on top of it, just the community's view of the medical field?
Well, I think, it's not that it's sad, but it's an interesting concept. I think people have gained a lot more respect for the medical field again because of COVID.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but I think it's true.
Yeah.
And I think they realize that despite whatever happens out there, healthcare professionals are going to be there for you, to help you. And it's touching when I witnessed it personally. It's touching when you see people literally putting their own lives and their families' lives to some degree in jeopardy to take care of a sick patient. And I think people have gained a lot of respect for that, and rightly so, because I think everybody, not just physicians either, but everybody in healthcare, to the people that bring the tray in, people that clean the rooms, people that deliver the drugs, the nurses, everybody that goes in, they're all there regardless of the time of the day or the night, regardless of what you need. They're there whenever you need them. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest item, if you will, that I think people have gleaned from this whole thing with the virus.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to seeing the future and what comes with the network and with the hospital around the area. I look forward to seeing the growth, and I hope everything that you're hoping to see in the future comes to fruition.
I do too. I'm sure it will. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this week, and an even bigger thank you to our guest, Dr. Valent, for being on. Thank you so much for talking
You're very
with
welcome.
us. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend, everyone. Best of luck, best of life. Good night. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.